we're finalizing the language on an agreement with the president that I believe is worthy of the American people.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Joe Biden reached an agreement in principle on Saturday to raise the debt ceiling in exchange for modest spending cuts. GOP leadership released the bill's text less than a day later, setting off a mad scramble by lawmakers to review and pass the bill to avoid a default. The two leaders voiced confidence the legislation will pass both chambers of Congress in time.
I hope you saw going through this, we wanted to be very open to the American public of what we were talking about. No longer do you have to pass a bill to find out what's in it. We will abide by 72 hours. This will not be thousands of pages. This will be about 150 pages or less. Not only will the members be able to read it, the public will be able to see it as well.
The bill that emerged is a delicate compromise, moving Democrats off their initial refusal to negotiate over the debt ceiling, but avoids the sort of steep spending cuts that House Republicans passed in their April debt limit bill. In exchange for a 2-year hike in the federal borrowing limit, the legislation roughly freezes next year's spending at fiscal 2023 levels, followed by a 1% increase in 2025. The legislation also imposes some changes to work requirements for food stamps. It will speed the development of energy projects with permitting reform. However, some Republicans, like Representative Bob Good of Virginia, do not agree with the bill.
No, I think it was an abysmal failure on the part of Republican leadership. Quite honestly, this is a deal that we could have gotten with a Democrat majority.
Representative Nancy Mace came out in opposition, tweeting, "Washington is broken," and she plans to vote no. McCarthy tried to defend the bill, saying Republicans fought and won, leading to what he calls historic change in Washington. Meanwhile, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen most recently projected the government has until June 5th before it could start running dry on cash to meet its obligations if no debt limit hike occurs.